Hey everybody, I've got some more babies to show you from the 2018 season. It's early December 2018 and I'm still hatching babies out. So I've got some cool stuff to show you. And I actually wanted to explain a little bit about how I go about figuring out what I want to breed with what, because I'm actually in the process of pairing up snakes for the new breeding season right now. I've actually been pairing up some for almost a month now, and other males are going to start going in with females probably later this week or early next week. So part of what I do to produce is figure out what a lot of people like. Like a lot of people like albinos, blue-eyed leucistics, mystic potions, pieds, stuff like that. So part of my breeding goes into producing that kind of stuff. So I have stuff that the average person that just wants a ball python as a pet would like to buy, and the ones I listed were all very popular. There's plenty more, of course. But the other thing that I do is I do pairings for what I want to see. Just some things that I kind of see in my mind's eye that I want to see what it actually looks like in the real world. So basically, I take a morph and then I see how I can build on it. A good example is this dreamsicle here. I've showed her in a recent video. This is one that just hatched. I think she's about a month old, I believe. So the way my brain works is if I see something that looks so nice like this, I immediately think, what can I do to make an even better version of this? So through trial and error in a lot of cases, and also from seeing what other people produce, I can kind of figure out what other genes are going to really complement the colors and the patterns of this snake. This is just an example. I do this with all the different combos that I produce. I'm always trying to figure out ways to make a prettier version of the snakes. So to make a prettier one of these, I know that yellow belly is a very good gene to add in there. I imagine orange dream would be an incredible gene to add in there, and there's plenty others too. So I decided to pair up a male dreamsicle with a female orange dream fire yellow belly. And I didn't really want the fire in there because I think that's going to actually dull the orangey, yellowish orange color out a little bit. But I wanted the yellow belly and the orange dream in the clutch in the babies. And the only female I had available was an orange dream fire yellow belly. So I kind of had to do that. So I bred a dreamsicle male to an orange dream fire yellow belly female. And I came out with all kinds of cool things. This little snake right here, this is an orange dream fire yellow belly, double het for dreamsicle. Here's another one. Here's another one. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, I think that one's a yellow belly. It's really hard to tell on some of these, but yeah, these two are definitely. And this is a really heavy fire clutch. Like I kind of wish that some of these wouldn't have come out with fire. I'll use them anyway for breeding, but yeah, it would have been kind of nice to get a little bit more variety. Okay, here's a fire yellow belly. And actually, now that I think about it, this one's probably just a fire yellow belly as well. It's not quite as bright as these couple are. And then I got an orange dream. And another one. So all of these are double het for dreamsicle or double het for lavender and pied. So I still have to piece through and figure out exactly what all these are, but I'll be hanging on to probably half of them, I think. The hard thing with double recessives is you need a large colony of breeders to produce what you want. If I took these and bred them to each other, only 1 out of every 16 babies would actually come out dreamsicle on average. And then to get all those other genes to line up in there just right to produce what I'm really looking to produce, which is an orange dream, yellow belly, dreamsicle. To get all those to line up in one baby, the odds are really against me. So I'll probably breed these guys to actual dreamsicles, and that increases my odds dramatically. And then I can take some of those and breed them to each other and get the perfect dreamsicle that I want, the orange dream, yellow belly dreamsicle. So that's that clutch, and I just wanted to kind of explain how I do longer term projects. I mean, this project could take me, I mean, you know, watch the video in 2020, 2021, and you'll probably see some of the babies from these guys. You know, it's going to be that long. Now I can, if any of these guys are males, any of the Orange Dream Yellow Belly fires, if any of these are males, I can breed those to a dreamsicle female. I'll have at least one or maybe a couple of those ready to breed by the time one of the males would be ready to breed. But, you know, it'll still take a while to get, you know, and I may not hit on it on the first clutch. I mean, ball pythons only average around 6 eggs a clutch. So it may take me several clutches to produce the ones I want. But those longer term projects like that usually pay off pretty well. I mean, you know, I can kind of see in my mind what that's going to look like by adding Orange Dream and Yellow Belly into that. So I think it'll be a worthwhile project. At least it'll give me something to do for the next couple of years. Okay, so I'm going to put these guys away, and I'm going to show you another project that I have here. Give me a second. Okay. This clutch was from a GHI Mystic Het Lavender bred to a lavender. And I've showed these before. I've produced a couple of them in the past, but just felt like they were worthwhile showing again. Okay, here's a normal Het Lavender and a GHI Het Lavender. And then here is a Mystic Lavender. And then this is the GHI Mystic Lavender. I've hatched a couple of these earlier. I think my first one's hatched in June. I've actually got one for sale on my website right now, and the other one I held back to be a future breeder. You know, I used a GHI Mystic Het Lavender male bred to a lavender female to produce these. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to grow up an actual GHI Mystic Lavender, not a Het, but a lavender male to replace that Het. It just increases the odds of hitting on the morphs that you want to hit that way, and you don't have to worry about producing the normal looking Hets. Okay, so that's that clutch. I got one more that I'm going to show you here. This clutch is a little bit of a head scratcher for me. It's supposed to be a Bongo bred to a Super Orange Dream. Now, the Super Orange Dream was one that I produced several years ago, and I actually initially had it labeled as an Orange Dream Enchi. There's a chance it may actually be a Super Orange Dream Enchi, or maybe it's just a really, really nice Orange Dream Enchi. It's really weird because I'm not 100% sure what I have here. Okay, the first baby, it looks kind of like a normal or like a really, really kind of a bad version of an Orange Dream. So if this is not an Orange Dream, then the mother could not be a Super Orange Dream, which would be really confusing to me because I don't know how she couldn't be a super. She looks so nice. Okay, then here we got a Bongo. And I'm not sure about the Orange Dream in that. I don't think there's Orange Dream in it, but I'm not 100% sure. This actually looks like an Orange Dream Enchi. So that would make me think that the mother is either an Orange Dream Enchi or potentially a Super Orange Dream Enchi. Although looking at these two, I'm thinking she's not a Super Orange Dream. But she probably is what I originally had her labeled as an Orange Dream Enchi. Okay, so I'm going to put these guys back for now because they're kind of squirmy, and I've got a few more in this clutch to take out yet. I believe this is an Orange Dream Bongo. Or if there's Enchi in this clutch, this could even be an Orange Dream Enchi Bongo. These are really squirmy today. There's no pastel in this either. I do know that. This is an Orange Dream Bongo. This is an Orange Dream Bongo. and this is an Orange Dream Bongo. So these are all very different looking considering they're supposed to be the same thing. So not really sure what's going on with this clutch. A little confusing, and actually now the more I look at it, I'm not 100%, yeah, that's got to be a Bongo. Just the head color and everything pretty much has to be. So yeah, yet another clutch that's confusing me. Join the crowd of many clutches this year. It's just so hard once you start doing combos with more jeans, and especially newer jeans like the Bongo. Like, I really haven't produced a lot of Bongo stuff, so it just makes it confusing. But I'll work it all out. You know, I'll keep these guys for a few months and really try to figure out what jeans are in them all. But either way, pretty cool snakes. I think the colors in these are really going to look nice as they get older. And then, you know, of course, I'm thinking, what can I put into them to make them look even better? First thought would be Super Orange Dream, and maybe Enchi or Yellow Belly, or even Super Bongo, Super Orange Dream. You know, that would be really cool too. So yeah, lots of things to do with this project as well. All right, that's all I have to show you today. I still do have some clutches hatching, and I will be doing another video soon. I've got a really nice clutch that I'm actually going to do an egg cutting video on here coming up. You probably see that within the next few days or next week. And yeah, so I'm still getting a few clutches yet, and the breeding season's starting now too. So it's kind of just going year round now. So make sure that you check out my website, royalconstrictordesigns.com, to see what I've got available and to check out all my cool snakes there. And I will come out with another video very soon.